I'm outside of the movie theater because I just saw the brand new live action adaptation of How to Train Your Dragon. And when it comes to the original from 2010, keep in mind the first time I saw that I was in my 20s, so I don't have a hardcore childhood nostalgic love for it, though I do like the movie and it's been a few years since I've seen it. But when it comes to this live action adaptation, I gotta say I overall pretty much enjoyed it. I think it's a very faithful adaptation. The first half is a little slow and I wasn't quite invested in the characters. It definitely felt like there was less chemistry and charisma oozing from them. And keep in mind, these are live action characters, not cartoon characters. But by the second half, as soon as Hiccup jumps on the back of Toothless and they start flying around, I was entertained. And then it only gets better from there. And I think even the most cynical people of this live action adaptation will be pleased with the Toothless design because, well, it's the same exact thing that you saw in the animated movie, so there's that. But when it comes to the main character, Hiccup, obviously, you couldn't bring back Jay Baruchel, either way. Hey, Toothless! The new kid that they cast for this role, I think embodies what the original Hiccup did, except without coming across like he's doing a parody of the voice. And I appreciated that because he sort of feels like a real dude in this situation. One thing I did like that they expanded on in this live action adaptation was some of the sets, the Viking lore, the visuals, I just think were way more immersive in live action. And don't get me wrong, they look cool in the animated movie, but just seeing the cliffside and the ocean and dragons flying, I just think it was way more immersive in live action. Now, this live action adaptation does tweak a few things. You have Gobber the Belch, who's no longer voiced by Scott Ferguson, I believe it was. He's now played by Nick Frost. And hey, I'm fine with that. I think he embodied the character perfectly. He has a hammer for an arm and a peg leg, and he's a comedic relief, and I love me some Nick Frost. One other thing that this live action adaptation tweaks is the character Astrid. She looks different from the animated version, but I will say I liked her performance. I like who they cast, and that character sort of grew on me by the end of the film. And by the end of the film, by the very, very end, I finally bought into Hiccup and Astrid's chemistry because it was sort of lacking through about 90% of the film. It felt like they were best friends, and maybe that's how I still feel about it, but either way, that's maybe my nitpick. Some of the chemistry I just wasn't buying into, but who really cares about the romance of this movie? We're here to see dragons and Hiccup ride dragons, and that chemistry between that duo, I liked it. I think they captured that perfectly from the animated version into this live action adaptation. But we have to talk about Gerard Butler. If you liked Chief Stoic from the animated version, well, you get live action Chief Stoic. Gerard Butler, who voiced the original role, is now here in live action. And I love me some Gerard Butler, so I don't know how you could have any complaints with it. So now here are my quick final flicking thoughts on the live action How to Train Your Dragon. When it comes to live action adaptations, they're typically just okay or they suck. I think this one will definitely appease even the most hardcore fans of the animated film from 2010. As far as the story goes, it's beat for beat, shot for shot of the original animated film. Now this might just be a me thing, but when it comes to these live action adaptations, I feel like you still have to have that nostalgic love of the original to really embrace these films and give them more substance. And that's what these corporations are doing. They're reaching into your soul, saying, give me your cash and give me that nostalgic love. That way you can like this new movie. And I feel like at times this new movie sort of needs that, but at other times I do think it does stand on its own. So yeah, if you've never seen the original, I still think you would be mildly entertained by this. And if you do love the original, I think this will be a fulfilling live action adaptation. So that's my quick reaction on How to Train Your Dragon. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.